Okay, happy Sunday. Excited to have one of our guests on the show, Philippe Brumme for the Texas Revolution post show. Philip, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I have taught some lessons today and just a great morning overall, and I'm excited to be on the show with you today.
Awesome. Okay, so excited to have you on. I don't know, have I had you on the Power Chat series before?
I won a competition last year, the Gulf Coast Karate Championships, so I was on the show after that competition as well.
Cool. A lot's happened in a year to talk about for you as a competitor, so that's really exciting. But we'll kick it off with the Texas Revolution. I see a really cute picture on my screen right now with you, a bunch of kids and fans with your goods from the tournament. So why don't you tell people how you did?
So I won 5 out of my 6 divisions I competed in. I threw a bunch of really good forms, hit some cool tricks, all that good stuff. But one of my favorite parts about this competition is whenever we got there this year, there were banners, and all
Mm-hmm.
of the banners were of the people that won the previous year. And 6 or 7 out of all of them were either related to me, like my brother was one of them, I was one of them, or my students. There was Michael Molina, Danny Ruff, Channing Gear, Jabin Jones, just so many. I'm probably forgetting some, but there's so many amazing competitors. It was really, really cool to see that.
What's also super cool to see is what you might have didn't mention in that. They're also winners from the tournament too. So it's you're just surrounded by such great talent, whether it be your students, your family, your teammates. Because I see here on the picture for your banner, you won the 2017 Grand Championships for 14-17 too last year.
Last year, I won the Forms Grand Championships, and then we there was a night show, and I won both forms and weapons on that as well.
Awesome. That's really cool to see. And they look like really big banners as well. So like just sort of just seeing you up there is really awesome. Cool. Okay. Part of it too was the spin the wheel, I guess, aspect that the promoter was really excited about. Why don't you tell me a little bit more about the spin the wheel situation going on?
So I actually not. I just remembered 2 students that also were here this year that won, and I wanted to give them a huge shout out. So one of the students that went right before me, they spun the wheel. His name is Bear Rodriguez, and he got the Apple AirPod Pro Maxes. And it was just
Um,
like there were so many cool prizes on there. Him and then my other student, Demi Rodriguez, just absolutely went insane. I was so proud of both of them. I just want to give them a little shout out. But the spin the wheel was so cool because last year I got a cool JBL clip that was a little speaker that you can clip on to pretty much anything. And then I also got a pair of AirPods. And then this year I got that scooter, which I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I will find something. And there's just so many cool prizes. There was a PS5, an arcade game, AirPods, just so much cool stuff.
Well, that's the best thing about Christmas and also the Texas Revolution, right? You get gifts or you get prizes, I should say, that you wouldn't necessarily buy for yourself, right? But you can use or you'll find a use for it. And then the sombrero. Did you get to take that home too?
I did get to take that. It's actually sitting on my floor right there. I
Super
last
cool.
year I won, I think 2 or 3, and then this year I won another one. So that was pretty cool.
That is, and I see. It seems like you take pride in your why am I blanking on the awards? You take pride in your awards, you know. I like your setup going on. Tell me a little bit more just about that. I know some people kind of it's a hit or miss if they keep them or if they take them.
So I mean, for me personally, there's a lot of things like if I compete locally, I've either won the tournament already before a year, previously, or I like to normally like I got a big cup like this, and one of my students they competed in grands and they didn't actually win, but they put on such a good performance. I decided to give them one of mine, or I like to normally if I win something like locally, then I'll just give it to one of my students that might have won it or might be a big deal to them. Like at the state competition last year, I won, and then I gave my trophy to my student Channing, who just had progressed so much by the end of the year, and he won his state title, which is one of his biggest goals at the time. And so I gave him that to kind of commemorate that moment. What I've got here is I've got my NASCO World Champion belt from last year, which was a tough division last year. So I was proud of that. Got my Raptor Extreme Weapons Tricking belt I won at US Open. That was pretty sick. I wasn't even expecting to compete in that, but then Mr. Kevin Kowalczyk messaged me. I was like, of course. So got that here. This and the medal inside of it are from Battle of Atlanta this year. And that win was very special to me. Everything about that tournament was just, it meant a lot. Because Battle was actually the first tournament I ever won a division at. So then to go back a year or two later and then win the overall as well was really cool.
Each thing I like has a story associated with it, or some type of sentimentality. Now, obviously, with the sombreros, you get to bring a couple of those back. What was your favorite part? I know you mentioned the banners, but of the actual competition for Texas Revolution.
Honestly, my favorite part of the whole competition was probably the 13 and under divisions. Watching all of Michael, Demi, Javen, my student Reed Plord, who's a newer student of mine, absolutely, they all just killed it. It was such steep competition. Even one of my teammates, Maddie Wiersma, was there too. There were so many different competitors there that were just battling it out. That was so exciting to watch. So that was really cool. And then also I have two cousins, Thomas and Francis, and they both competed. They're 4 and 7 years old. So the one that's 4, he had a little mohawk. It's blue. I don't know if he's in the picture actually on the.
Yeah, I see him with the blue mohawk.
Yeah, they both competed for the first time, and it was so cool to see them. They both competed. Thomas did super well, and Frankie also did the first timers division. And he just absolutely killed it.
Wow. So what's great is I think not only is the competition in your own division important, but being able to go to a tournament and there's just steep, like you said, competition to spectate, to watch, to enjoy if you're a true lover of the sport. And it seems like this had it there.
Oh, yeah, 100%. The Molinas always put on such an amazing event. They've been in the sport for a long time, so when they run an event, they know what to do, what not to do, what they like, what they didn't like. And so for the competitor, it's just an overall great competition.
So you compete on the NASCA circuit, obviously, but you also compete on ProMac. This was a ProMac event as well. Tell me just more about sort of how it ran, right?
So, ProMac events are always very well run. They usually use sessions, which I think is a great way to run a tournament because it allows older people to maybe get their divisions done, and then they can help judge or get to watch their own students. And then also for younger competitors, sometimes getting out early can be harder, so separating it out just makes it a little bit easier, I think, all around. Plus it's less packed. I just think it was very, very well run, and most ProMac tournaments are, but this one especially was just higher level.
Great. Alex commented, great martial artist. So you did mention so many family members that are in martial arts. Can you just tell me a little bit more about the connection with you and your family and sport karate?
Yes. So when I was, actually, it goes before I was born. Whenever my brother Samuel, he was 4, he started competing, or he started training in martial arts. He was a little white belt. I didn't know terms were a thing until way later. He got his black belt. I was born. I started. My mom actually started karate with me, so we started doing karate together. We're both, actually, all 4 of the people that do karate in my family, my dad doesn't. We're all 3rd-degree black belts.
Wow, that's impressive.
And then my 2 cousins, Thomas and Frankie, they're both gold belts actually now. They just tested for their gold belts, so it's really exciting.
That's so cool. And then you're also on Team Competitive Edge. Some of your teammates were on those banners. How's that been going? And just how has it been since you got on the team?
Competitive Edge is a great team. It's like a family. All of the families that are on the team are all supportive. I love all of the members, so it's been really good.
This is the second annual Texas Revolution tournament. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. That is
okay. How have you seen it? Obviously, you were there last year and had a great showing this year as well. How have you seen it grow or change over time? And what do you hope to see it for the future?
So it definitely has grown as far as people. I feel like the event center was just packed with people. The crowd was great. Every division had like excitement around it. So definitely just everything from the year before it went up a little bit. And
Mhm.
I think I just wanted to keep growing. You know, I think that the Molinas are great for the sport and just put on a really good product. So I hope it just keeps growing from here.
Awesome. Very cool. Anything in particular on that spin the wheel other than the air? So I'm assuming the way you said it, you really wanted those headphones.
I really wanted those headphones. um,
Well,
the
hopefully
other
next year.
Yeah, hopefully next year. The only other thing I'd have wanted was like maybe the iPad or the PS5.
Yeah. I mean, it's difficult to feel bad though when you come home with a super cool scooter. Are you in school right now?
I am in school right now.
Okay. Are you in so if you're 18 plus, right? Is that
I'm
correct?
actually still 17. I move up to
17.
the adult division next year.
Okay, well, I will say when you get to college, if that's what you plan on going to, those scooters are super popular for students. So you're gonna have to bring it to school.
Okay, maybe I'll do that then.
Yeah, then you can wake up 5 minutes later than everybody else because
There
as
you
you
go.
scoot by them, super cool. Okay, well, to wrap up the post show for the Texas Revolution, you said you wanted to just continue to keep growing. Is there anything you would tell somebody who didn't get a chance to go this year, contemplating next year?
I would just tell them that they're missing out if they don't get to go. This tournament is just so fun. Every competition, every like event and division is just really well run. The judges were great, and just everyone that went there, it's just a loving feeling. You know, because of the Molinas, they're very hospitable and they just really make everyone there feel welcome.
Awesome. Okay. Well, super excited to have you on the show again, Philip, and I hope to have you on next time for your next big win. I know there's some major tournaments coming up, so I wish you good luck. What's the next one that you're going to?
I'm going to the Diamond Nationals this upcoming weekend.
Awesome. Well, good luck, good skills, and I hope you do just as good, if not better, for that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.